hello. Everyone say a nice big hello.
Hello.
Hello. Greetings, one and all. Welcome to the Extreme Improv Extreme Show, the fast-paced improvised comedy show where we make up scenes, songs, stories, and possibly just one each, because tonight we have the trifecta. Now, I'm going to take scenes. No, in fact, I'm going to take stories. Which one of you wants songs and which one of you wants scenes?
Scenes.
Scenes. Jimmy Mac gets songs. Jimmy Mac in there with songs. Okay, so yes, we have a condensed show. We may have some more people joining us a little later on, but we're busy people. We've got places to be, things to do, and so on and so forth. You know the expression, and we are going to get on with some improv comedy. But first things first, as always, let me direct your eyes down to the bottom of the screen. There you will see the suggestion box. Now, currently in the suggestion box, it says support the show. Subscribe at www.youtube.com/extreme improv. So, audience, if you would be so kind as to smash that subscribe button, be absolutely fantacular. Fantacular? I don't know what word I'm trying to say anymore. Right, so anyway, whilst we're waiting for some suggestions to come through, let's meet tonight's performers, starting with Rob. Hello. How are you doing?
Hello.
I forget my own intro. Go for it.
Okay,
Say hello to the people, is what I was looking for.
Hello, people. I'm Rob from Southern California, and apparently I'm not a busy person who has nothing to do, but this is what I do, so this is me being busy, supposedly.
Okay. Supposedly, this is Jimmy Mac, but I'm not quite sure. Say hello, whoever you may be.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jimmy Mac. I'm here in Southern California, and apparently I'm one of those people who isn't busy and has nothing else to do, supposedly.
Wait, I didn't say, I said we're busy people with things to do and that. I didn't say we weren't busy people. I said the opposite
misheard.
to this.
That was a bad game of verbatim. Rob takes
okay, right. No, I think that, I said, we are busy people. We've got things to do, places to be, so we're not gonna wait around. We're just gonna crack on with this. So anyway, we're going to start. We're gonna do crack. What?
I said release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
Made me think.
Okay. Now then, that's my mating call. Actually, we're going to start off with a game of verbatim. The way it works is we're going to have one of the performers perform a 30-second dramatic monologue. Then another one of us will perform it again, trying to recreate it as precisely as we can. And then we'll get a third performer in to try to recreate the recreation. And we may take it full circle. We'll see. Now, to roll the dice to see who will go first, I've rolled a 6. So, I think that means Jimmy Mac, you will be starting. Let's find a suggestion. The suggestion is building. Building. You're going to have 30 seconds to create a scene on the theme of building, and here you go.
I'm Bob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. I'm a union man, and it'll cost you. What, you want a bathroom on that floor? I don't know, man. That might be a problem. See, you gotta take a U-joint off of that main line. It's gonna be expensive. Lighting? You want lights in there? Ooh. I really recommend you go off the grid on this build.
And that is time. Thank you very much there, Jimmy Mac. So, with this, we are now going to come to Rob. Rob, you're going to have 30 seconds to attempt to recreate Jimmy Mac's original performance. And here you go.
Hi, I'm Bob the Builder, and if you want to make this building, you should be a union man. You want those lights? It's going to be kind of pricey. You know what wasn't expensive? When Bob the Builder movie came out, there was a Bob the Builder arcade game in Disneyland that was free to play. Free in Disneyland? What? I know, you're crazy, right? But anyway, getting back to this building. You want to get lights? Ooh, I suggest you go off the grid for that one. This is going to be a little bit pricey building this building as Bob the Builder builds bodacious buildings beautifully.
Okay, and that is time. That will definitely be easy for me to remember. So, now I will have 30 seconds to attempt to recreate Rob's recreation of Jimmy Mac's original performance. And here I go. So, I'm Bob the Builder. Can I build it? Yes, I can. But what I can't build is the lights. I need to do some work to get to building the lights. But what there is a Bob the Builder arcade game in Disneyland, and that is absolutely bodacious. Bodacious, beautiful, brilliant. Betty Bopper bought some butter, but she said this butter's better. If you put this in your batter, this will make the batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make the batter better. And that is time. So, now we are going to come to Jimmy Mac. Jimmy Mac, you can have 30 seconds to attempt to recreate my recreation of Rob's recreation of your original performance. And here you go.
I'm Bob the Builder. Can I build it? Yes, we can. You want lights on this build? It'll cost you. Hey, there I am. You want lights? The lights kind of gone out on my life. But you know what's cool is when I went to see Wreck-It Ralph, they had a Fix-It Felix Jr. machine there in the lobby of the El Portal, and it was free to play, man. There once was a man from Nantucket.
And that is time. That is time. Well done. Well done. Do you know what? I almost let that go an extra second there, but I had made, like, for some reason it didn't swap over, and for the first, 14 seconds it was just me trying to figure out what had gone wrong. So, excellent stuff there. So, audience, it is now voting time. Who do you think did the best recreation of what came before? Now, if you think it was Jimmy Mac, then vote for Jimmy Mac, remembering that Jimmy Mac's original performance is not up for scrutiny here. If you felt that it was me, then vote for David, and if you felt that it was Rob, then feel up Rob. So, put your votes into the comment section, and we'll see what they think. Now, we don't have any experts today. Well, we're the experts, but I will leave you with this to jump straight to the end. I watched the new Star Trek on Paramount Plus, and it was okay, but the second episode of it was literally about Uhura having a crisis of confidence and then using her translation skills to save the day, which as far as I remember was literally an episode of Enterprise. So
there's no new characters in the new Star Trek, or what?
There might be. There's definitely some characters I don't really know, but it's Christopher Pike, Uhura, Spock. It is literally just everyone but Kirk.
For God's sake, they've been doing that the last three Star Trek shows, haven't they? Move forward into the future Star Trek.
Well, the next generation.
I mean, look, on the Next Generation, I get it, because they brought in Bones in the first episode and put some really terrible makeup on him so he could begrudgingly hand the torch over. They had Scotty on there, and I know they had another one, and for heaven's sake, it's still Major Barrett doing the computer voice. There's gonna be some growing pains. There's gonna be some, hey, let's see these really cool new characters, with the old guard handing the torch over to the new guard. But yeah, that's again, make some new characters, please.
Yes, I agree. Now then, let's have a look at that slight interlude of Geek Battle.
You know what sucks about New Coke, David?
No, tell me. Did you guys, look, there's votes, we'll go over them in a second. Did you ever try New Coke?
Yeah, you had to. We couldn't get classic
So,
Coke
what was it like?
Crap. It was so bad. It was like Jolt. It was horrible.
I don't know what Jolt is. It sounds terrible.
You know what's crazy is it's only a few years ago that they finally discontinued Tab.
I really liked Tab. In 1992, I remember there was Tab Clear, and it felt like a new thing in the UK. And I was like, wow, this is it's see-through Coke, like lemonade, I guess. And then it just disappeared one day.
Yeah, it was like the diet alternative to Coke. And it really fell out of favor over here, at least, in the late 80s. You just didn't really see it around. But then I read, it was only, I think, and I might be wrong, but I think it was, within the last decade that they finally totally discontinued it.
Wow. Okay, on that note, let's have a look at the comment section to see what the votes are. I feel like tonight's show is just going to be very different than normal.
I'm loving it. I am loving this.
Okay, so we've got votes for Rob. Christine says Bitty Betty. I don't know who that's for, but I feel like I said Betty Botter thing, so I'm going to take that. Jimmy Mac, Rob, Jimmy, Rob, David, Jimmy Mac, Rob, David, Rob again, and we'll give. Well, I think we've given it long enough, but I'll do the 5-second customary countdown anyway. And it wasn't me. Which one of you two won?
I had 3.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. Do you know what? In the UK, though, so this we're going off on another tangent already. This used to be our equivalent to this. And, like, really no one does this anymore.
Yeah, that was all over British comedies and stuff.
Yeah, like Monty Python or, like, the Two Ronnies and stuff like this. It would always be like that. No one does it anymore. It's just terrible.
What does that mean?
You bring it back.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to. Like, I think it pretty much means the same as this. I don't know.
Well, it's easier to sit on this than this.
Well, yeah, exactly. So it's going to be worse to do that.
Oh,
like,
fair point.
Where are my scissors? Hang on. So, if you had to sit on the genuine question, if you had to sit on that or that, which would be better or which would be worse?
I mean, the spoon is dull and rusty because it hurts more. That's a reference to something. It has to be.
Yeah, I should think so. Right. Anyway, so we're going to go on to our next game. Audience. I'm going to change what we're looking for in the suggestion box. Could you please give us some suggestions of famous films, and make them good ones this time, please? Honestly. Now, for God's sake, something I've heard of. Now then. We're going to what are we going to do? We're going to do the no letter game. So we're going to do a game where there cannot be a particular letter in it. I don't know where my letter cards are. So what we're going to use now, I'm going to probably promote some stuff during this show. I've just announced, and this was one of the announcements if you didn't see it, Jimmy Mac, that you can now buy standalone Extreme Improv suggestion cards, which don't come in the full fat board game, which is available on extreme.tv. But, so I'm going to take some of the suggestion cards, and I'm going to get one of them randomly, and whichever letter I point to, then we will not be able to use that letter in the scene. So let's take this card, and now. So we cannot use the letter N. We cannot, every time we speak, we can say any words, as long as when it's written down, it does not include the letter N. Let's see what this scene is going to be about. An audience reminder to give us some famous films, please. This scene is going to be about shampoo. It's going to be about shampoo. And I'm going to exit this scene to begin with. So let's spotlight you two. So, do you know what? Spotlight and spotlight. Now, you're going to do a scene about shampoo, but you're not allowed to say any words that would contain the letter N. And here you go.
My hair is dry and ready.
Oh, and with that, Jimmy Mac, you're eliminated. Here I am. Hi.
Hello.
Shampoo?
Do I need a...
Oh, we're going to go round on this many times, it would seem. And in comes Jimmy Mac.
Hey, Fabio, your hair is good.
Yes, it is.
How did it get that way?
I grew it myself.
My guy, of course you did. Your father gave you his hair to wear today.
I lost it. It's gone. All gone. Like,
Gone.
what?
Gone.
Oh no! Right, okay, so I'm out. Rob, you were in. We're just going to keep going around until we've done something.
I can't believe it's butter.
You used butter
Yes.
for your hair?
That's what Fabio does. Look great.
The butter makes you smell like a turkey. I will put Parmesan spice.
Parmesan?
Yeah, you got me there.
Oh, okay, and I'm back in. Hey.
Will you wash my hair for me?
Yes, I will. With my tips I'm out. Right, screw this game. It's really hard. N is a really hard one. Right, N is a really hard one. It's like all the words. Then, now, I don't know. No, I don't know. Right, so anyway, we're going to go on rapidly to our next game. Now, audience, you've given us some movies. Can you also give us some TV shows just to mix this up? We're going to recreate some movies, and then we'll recreate some television programs. So, first of all, first things first. Let's see who's going to go first, and it will be me. Can one of you two chaps suggest a famous film for me to recreate?
Midsummer.
I don't know that.
Oh,
I'm going to veto it, in fact. There's only 3 of us here.
Men in Black.
Men in Black. Okay. Right, so I'm going to recreate Men in Black. And, oops, let's take Rob off the screen. And here I go. Freeze! Boing! How the hell did that guy jump up onto that bridge? Right, I'm gonna get you! Right, okay, so, you were on a bus shooting at people. Yeah, this dude jumped up onto a bus. Yeah, he just jumped up onto a bus. That's, likely. Hey, maybe if you didn't weigh 700 pounds, you'd be able to jump up and see your own dick. Hey, I don't like you. Well, anyway. Right. Hey. Hey there. I think you've got some special skills. You should come to our, recruitment center. Okay. Right, recruitment center. I got to fill out this form. Where's the accent going? It was never there. Right, pull the table across, fill this out. Okay, so you're now going to join the Men in Black. It's a secret society. Hey, look, it's Vincent D'Onofrio. Hey, I'm the bad guy. I'm a giant worm thing. Oh, no. Oh, I don't care. I ran out of time. So... I was 20 minutes into the film. Okay.
Do you guys get Animal Kingdom out in the UK?
Animal Kingdom? I don't think so. What is that?
TV show. The new girl in she's Vincent D'Onofrio's daughter, and that would shock the hell out of anybody who has seen the two of them. But
wow.
she's a really good actor. She inherited his acting chops. Wow.
But she doesn't look like him, is what I'm taking you to say.
Not at all.
Wow. Okay. Okay, so let's roll the dice to see who's going to go next, and it will be Jimmy Mac. So let's find a film for you, Jimmy Mac. Uncle Buck. Could you please recreate Uncle Buck? And here you go.
Hey, we're just like an average American family, and we're having a good time, but we parents have to go away, so you kids... We're going to bring in Uncle Buck. Hey, everybody, it's me, John Candy. I'm half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend. Hey, Culkin, we got a Culkin here. Culkin, get over here. Aw, you cute little rascal. Who the hell are you? I'm your Uncle Buck. I'm a Culkin. You're going to make more money than me. And you're going to have a brother named Rory. And then there's and then there's a Kieran, and I can't tell Rory and Kieran apart. Okay, here comes some wacky stuff. Look at me, I'm a big fatty. Fatty fall down. Oh, Uncle Buck, you really taught us a lot about life and love and what it means to be a family. Man, the 80s were a long time ago. But next season on Succession...
and that is time. That is time. Well done, well done. The 80s were not a long time ago. I feel like... the further away I get from the 80s, the closer I feel to the 80s.
You know what's wild? You know how everything is always 80s nostalgia and 90s nostalgia never came back around? I heard that's because the 90s never ended.
Is that, okay, is there actual logic to that, or is that just...
No, yeah, check it out. So, what happened in the 90s? Kevin Smith, Spike Lee... and this new wave of movies and music, and they're still relevant today. And Kevin Smith, Clerks 3, that trailer just dropped today. Spike Lee still making movies, still relevant. All this awesome stuff from the 90s just kept evolving and just kept going on. So there's no need to have nostalgia for something that never went away, except for Kurt Cobain, may he rest in peace.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give a thought on this, and this is definitely going to go back into like geek battle territory. Now, like I think, like I kind of agree. I feel like when you look at the 80s, it was very different from the 90s. But I feel like I do agree that like the 90s kind of just feels like a continuous blur. Like it feels like people that were like famous. You gave like filmmaker kind of references, but I'd be like Jennifer Aniston's just like still hanging on there somehow, right?
And they just made another Beavis and Butthead, and they're bringing that back too.
I know, but look, okay. Here's the thing: the other day, I was watching the movie The Karate Kid. Now that's 80s, obviously, and I fell asleep in it. And when I woke up, it was late at night. It was late at night. Forgive me. Right? It was late at night, and no, it wasn't that I was bored. I literally, I fell asleep. I was late. But afterwards, it said like, recommendation. It said Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and like I watched the first episode of it, which I watched it a bit in the 90s because I was young enough then, and I watched it, and it was the middle of the night, so that may have changed my perception. But I was like, this is so good, and I just felt like this weird nostalgia. I was like, this is amazing. It's like, why aren't they still making this? But anyway, Rob, let's find a film for you. Could you recreate for us Goodfellas? Goodfellas. And here you are, and here you go.
I opened up being on the team championships was as far back as I could remember. I always wanted to be a wise guy. Stab that guy's dead. Okay. You got friends of yours, friends of his. Hey, Joe Pesci, you're funny. You're a funny guy. What do you mean I'm funny? When I'm funny, what am I, clown? What, I amuse you? What are you talking about? Yo, calm down. I'm just fucking with you, man. Yeah, I got my pinky ring here. He's Irish. He can't really be a made guy. He's a friend of ours, but he's going to do a lot of stuff for us. Henry Hill. I can't get that laugh, but yeah, really nails it. I'll kill that guy. I know. Let's go rob some people. Okay. Let's take that. Ooh. Yeah, Timmy's being made a made man. All right, hey Timmy, yay! I still can't be a made guy, but I can hide all the bodies. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah. Another guy stabbed in the trunk. There are a lot of why are all these dead hookers in these trunks? They're not hookers, they're mobsters. Oh,
and that is time. That is time. Well done. Well done. Do you know what? When you said at the end, it took me a moment to realise. When you said they're not hookers, they're monsters, is what I heard. I was like, what film are you doing? And I was like, oh, mobsters. Right.
Well, I guess mobsters versus aliens would be a good movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, David. Remember on Tiny Toon Adventures how they had the Good Feathers, and it was this parody of Goodfellas?
I don't remember
What
that.
was that for? Like, it was this cartoon parody of Goodfellas on Tiny Toon Adventures. Like, was that for all the 8-year-olds that had seen Goodfellas?
I don't know. I think there's quite a few of those kind of things. Like,
they do stuff like that for the parents, so the parents.
Yeah, like I vaguely remember when you say something like that. I don't necessarily remember that, but I feel like they often did parodies of like famous movies in like Tiny Toons, or what was the other one that was around that time?
Chicken Run's just a great escape.
No, like something in the Warner Sisters dot. Who are they? Or were they Tiny Toons?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
So there was like the Warner Brothers and the Warner Sister dot. What was that show called?
Animaniacs.
Animaniacs. Yeah, that especially. I feel like they did movie parodies all the time. I don't know.
I could get deep into that, but this isn't Geek Battle.
It may as well be.
So really quick, I loved Pinky and the Brain. The famous voice actor, his name is escaping me right now, but he looked at the brain and he was like, oh, that's Orson Welles. And it was actually modeled after somebody else, but he started doing Orson Welles, and forget about it, it was over. That was Orson Welles. To the point where they started doing those deep cut, like when he would do the commercials for frozen peas, and he was just like blind drunk, Orson Welles was, and he's like, we know a place there in England. In July, peas grow there. What are you saying? You're telling me to emphasize in July? No sentence in the English language starts that way. Show me an example of that, and I'll blow you. But I mean, I'm sure they didn't say that in the cartoon. But they basically basically word for word, like, did a parody of this deep cut radio commercial where Orson Welles was drunk. Like, that's an example of whatever the hell we were talking about.
Yeah,
Were
yeah.
you thinking of Billy West or whoever replaced him?
No,
Wait, Billy West
Maurice
played
LaMarche.
the brain.
Maurice LaMarche was the guy.
You're just naming the cast of Futurama now.
Billy West did the voice for a while, then he got replaced. I only know him because he used to be on Howard. He was in the studio.
And what? He was the brain.
No. Maurice LaMarche was the brain. Billy West. Neither of them were in. Did Pinky and the Brain. It was Maurice LaMarche and the other guy whose name I can't pull right now.
Okay, so this is going further Geek Battle, but many years ago, I listened to like a DVD commentary of one of the of all of the episodes of Futurama when DVD commentaries were first a thing, and there's like an episode of Futurama where there's like, I'm a giant brain, and there's a character that's just like a floating brain, and they mention this character, and then someone on the commentary just says, well, tonight, Pinky, and did a perfect brain, and now it turns out you're saying that it was probably the guy that voiced Brain was on it.
I'm almost certain that Maurice LaMarche was on Futurama. I can't.
Wow,
again,
that's so cool.
I can't pull his characters, but Maurice LaMarche, he does all the cartoon voices. He does. He was the dog in the Rick and Morty episode. Where are my testicles? You know, like
I don't know that.
Yeah, Maurice LaMarche, he's in everything. He and Frank Welker, if there's a cartoon voice, it's one of them.
Okay. Well, on this note, speaking of episodes, audience, could you give us some suggestions of professions? We're going to do another round of 1 Minute Remake, but this time it's going to be based on TV shows. Afterwards, we're going to tell some jokes, and then after that, we'll do something else. But for now, we're going to remake some TV shows. Let's roll the dice to see who will go first. And once again, it will be me. Can you guys suggest a TV show that you think at least I will have heard of? Not Rick and Morty.
Oh my god, I was hosting party courts with 13 people on our live show, and one of them was Rick and Morty, which I've never seen, and the guy just kept saying probably brilliant stuff, but I had no fucking clue who he was.
I've watched one episode.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia, did you get that out there?
No, we don't. No, we definitely don't. Or we do, but I don't watch it. Keeping Up Appearances.
Yes,
Shit.
please.
Shit. Keeping Up Appearances. What is that one again? That's...
With the bouquets.
Oh, okay, yes, that's it. Okay. Right, okay. Oh, I've got a story about this, which I'll tell afterwards, specifically.
Please.
Right, okay, so... Keeping Up Appearances, and here I go. Right then, Clive, come here, Clive. Oh, don't you know that's my actual name? Yes, but I forget your character name. Oh, look, just call me Mr. Bucket. It's pronounced bouquet. Right, where are the neighbours? Hello, we're the neighbours. Oh, yes, I'm so unprepared for you to have come in here. I've just got all of this fine china and stuff out, just coincidentally, in case you arrived. Isn't that right, Clive? Oh, yes, dear. I'll just speak to the neighbours. Sorry about my wife. She's a bit peculiar. Well, yes, we've lived next door for 15 years. Oh, right, I thought this was the pilot. No. Shall we get up to some hijinks? Oh, my trousers fell down. Oh, what are you doing, Clive? I don't know. I forget the tone of this show. And that is scene. So, that was Keeping Up Appearances. So, Clive Swift is the actor who plays Mr. Bucket, Mr. Bouquet. I went to an acting class thing, like 10 or 15 years ago, and there was like a notice board up where there was like going to be like a rehearsal for a sitcom or something, and Clive Swift wanted, I think that was his name, right? He wanted someone to like read the lines with him to help him rehearse. And he'd got like his mobile number, his actual mobile number. And I was like, I am keeping that in my phone. And like, I can't even remember if I applied for it, but it didn't go anywhere. But then a couple of years later, when I was first doing the precursor before it became known as Extreme Improv. But when I was doing the first version of Extreme Improv, and we'd got a live show, and I was like, oh God, we need to get a few more in the audience. I was like, screw it, I am just going to text everyone in my contacts. And then Clive Swift texted me back, being like, who is this? And I'm like, oh my God, I've got a text from the guy from Keeping Up Appearances. And I was like, oh, sorry, this is like, I've sent this to the wrong person or something. And then there was nothing back. But like, that was my interactions with Clive Swift from Keeping Up Appearances. He texted me when he like put his phone number on like a public notice board, and I abused that power and took it. Right, so anyway, let's see who goes next. Rob, you will go next. Let's find a TV show for you. 2.5 Men. 2.5 Men. Okay, and you're going to have 1 minute to recreate 2.5 Men, and here you go.
Yeah, so, we're having really good sex right now. The phone's ringing now. Let the machine get it. Charlie, it's your brother. Judith kicked me out. I need a place to live. He's my brother. I gotta let him stay in here. Oh, he brought his little kid with him. Charlie, you said you'd visit me. You never visited me, but I like living in your tree house. Fast forward a few years. Well, what was I, Mom? You were a gas station condom and a bottle of wine. Well, who buys a condom at a gas station? Ellen Harper. Good neighbor, good doctor, good guy. I write jingles. Maple Loops. Everybody then about the Maple Loops. Winning. Oh, no, I'm gonna be. Rose is gonna kill me. My stalker's gonna kidnap me, or whatever. And then Ashton's gonna come in. We're gonna forget those years. They were horrible. But Charlie Sheen's years were hilarious. So Mom's here. The devil is here. It's Mother. Oh, I love you too, Charlie. I didn't say I loved you, Mom. Yeah, I know you meant it. No, actually, I didn't. Don't watch. I'm on 2.5 Men. Don't watch 2.5 Men. Okay, you're gonna write him off into military school. He's gone. Way to blow a $700,000 an episode job, kid. Yeah, I did fuck that up, didn't I? Yeah, you did.
And that is time. That is time. Well done. So yeah, why did the kid quit 2.5 Men?
He didn't quit. He got on TV and said he became like this really religious guy, and he's like, filth TV like 2.5 Men. I'm on 2.5 Men. Don't watch 2.5 Men. So they just said, okay, fuck you. You can go off to military school in the show, and they got rid of him. He was making $700,000 an episode, something like that, and he got written out. Wow,
that's crazy. That is nuts.
So, sorry, one of my favorite things was when Charlie Sheen got kicked off. Because he got, in the spat with the producer, and Charlie Sheen starts getting real racist, and he's like, okay, listen here, Kime. And it's like, dude, Charlie Sheen isn't your name. Your name is Carlos Estevez, and you're getting, like snippy about who's named what in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, he was going crazy, because that's when he got diagnosed with AIDS.
Yeah.
That's when he went crazy. But, I mean, he has got all that DV stuff in his past, too. He should have been kicked off that stuff a long time ago, but... I mean, he was making $2 million an episode, so
that's insane. Wow. I didn't mind 2.5 Men.
I thought it was hilarious.
I quite like it, but
I never saw an episode. But that said, I've seen a couple episodes of Big Bang Theory, and I would look at the Sheldon guy, and I'm like, he kind of talks like me. So like, yeah.
Okay.
Jimmy Parsons.
Right, so with this, Jimmy Mack, on that note, let's find a show for you. The Orville. Is that the Star Trek Seth MacFarlane thing? I think.
Yep, it is.
Okay, excellent. And here you go.
Hey, Seth MacFarlane here. And I sure love Star Trek and Star Wars, so let's make a show. Hey, I'm here on the bridge with my ex-wife. Hey, fuck you. Hey, fuck you too. Alright, let's go out into space. Uh-oh, aliens. Hey, I'm an alien and my head looks like an octopus. Okay, we should be better friends. Let's go out into, space now. Hey, didn't Star Trek do this? Yeah, but, anything South Park did, Simpsons had already done, including this. Man, I wish I could do Seth MacFarlane's voice. Oh, hello, Mother. I escaped your womb, and I shall never go back in. Stewie, what are you doing here? Just passing the torch to the next generation. I got nothing else.
You got 4 seconds to go.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Love it. Super Mario Brothers reference. Okay, look, Jimmy Mac, on the best of times, we may be like, oh, well, we'll wrap it early. There's 3 of us, Jimmy Mac. We need every 4 seconds to get through this thing.
No, I hear you there. I hear you there.
Okay, so with this, let's have a look here. We're going to do a joke-telling game. And, okay, what joke-telling game should we do? We can mix it up.
Do British people know who Jeff Foxworthy is?
I don't think so. But I'm not a good
I don't know about
representation of most British people, so...
If you have more cars in your yard than you had in your driveway, you might be a redneck.
Is that a joke-telling game?
It is.
Okay,
And
so
it's glorious.
explain it to me again. Teach me live. Teach me.
Okay, so Jeff Foxworthy is an American comedian, real Southern guy. And he's like, if you like I said, if you got more cars in your driveway than I blew it that time, but you might be a redneck. So, like, if the suggestion is pencil, if you've got number 2 on your neck, you might be a pencil.
Ah, okay. Right, let's give this a go. So, I've asked the audience for suggestions of professions. Will this work with that?
Oh, good call. Does it, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Okay, right, I'll try to join in. I think I understand it, but here we go. The first one we've got is prison officer. Yeah, Jimmy Mac.
If you let Andy Dufresne wade through a mile of shit to come out clean on the other side, y'all might be a prison officer.
Ah, boom. Rob?
If you like watching people... Oh, I can't say that. I can't.
Jimmy Mac?
If you prefer your heat caged, y'all might be a prison officer.
Okay, I'm going to get Jimmy Mac, keep going. I'm working on it.
If you prefer your chairs to be electric, you might be a prison officer.
Okay. I'm going to follow that pattern. If you prefer your miles green, you might be a prison officer. Got it. Got it. Okay, now let's do a different game. Right. I need to think on that one. That one's too advanced for me. Right. Okay, we can continue to do it. Look. Okay, so I'll give the suggestion, and we can either do it with that structure, or we can do it with a different structure. So, like, basically, let's do pick and mix. So if you want to do 99 blanks, do 99 blanks. If you want to do Stop by the Copper or Sex with Me is like whatever. Just, we all know the structures. Just choose whichever structure you want. I'll give the suggestion from the audience, and we'll just do something with it. So, clown. So, go for it. Who's got a joke about clowns? Rob.
Sex with me is like a clown. The size of my shoes don't correlate to what you're expecting.
Okay, I'm going to bounce off that one. Sex with me is like a clown. There may be a big hooter involved. Okay, Rob.
If you're a bozo, you might be a clown.
Like it. Jimmy Mac.
Sex with me is like a clown, but baby, that ain't seltzer splashing your face. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. 99 clowns. Okay, no, screw that. I've got one. Right. So if you think you're it, you may be a clown. Right.
Nice.
Okay, and I'm working on the accent too. Anyone else for clown? Going once. Go. Right. Sex with me. I don't know why I'm doing that accent. Sex with me is like a clown. Fairly crusty. Rob.
If a bunch of you come in a car at once, you might be a clown.
That's the most disgusting one yet. Right. Anyone else for clown? Right. Going once. Right, okay, let's mix it up then. Right, we're going to have marriage counsellor. Marriage counsellor. Okay. If you think you're going to tell people about how to run their marriage, but you're already divorced, you may be a marriage counsellor.
Exactly.
There you go. Jimmy Mac.
If you find yourself talking to a woman waiting out her marriage until they get divorced, y'all might be a marriage counselor.
I actually quite like this joke structure. Right. Anyone else for marriage counselor? Right. Okay. 99 marriage counselors walk into a bar. 98 of them are married, plus one extra. Right. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Marriage counselor. 99 marriage counselors walk into a bar, and the barmaid says, what's going on? I called for a marriage counselor, and like an army of you have turned up. They say, there is only one of me. Are you blind drunk? Because I think you may be seeing other people. I got there in the end. Thought it was going to be shit, but I saved it. Right, Rob.
Doctor, I feel like a marriage counselor. Why is that? Because every time people come talk to me, they split.
Aha. Okay.
I'm lonely. Should have said lonely.
Aha. Jimmy Mac.
99 marriage counselors walk into a bar. They were all very professional and did their best, but the couple's still divorced.
Okay, let's mix it up again. So we're going to tell some jokes about bricklayers. Okay, here's a question. Do you have bricklayers in America?
Yeah,
I know it sounds like a crazy question, but like when we watch television, it's like all of your houses seem like they're made of wood.
Well, I mean, out here in California, they use stucco rather than brick. But yeah,
Lego. They use Lego rather than
stucco.
I don't know what that is. Right. Okay. So what was that show? I know, like we're like diverting again. Do you remember that? Like, move that bus. What was that show?
Oh.
Like Home Improvement or something like this. Not Home Improvement. Like Extreme Makeovers Home Edition.
Okay, yeah.
Like, they would literally, like, someone would go away for the weekend and they'd come back and they've made an entire house. In the UK, we wouldn't even have planning permission. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, there's just, like, whip up houses out of, like, thin air.
Okay, can I tell you just a fucking crazy story?
Go for it.
So there's this show called Property Brothers where there's these two brothers.
Yes, I know it. They're twins, right?
Yes, they're twins.
Yeah.
And one of them's like, hey, I'm here to sell your house. And the other guy's like, hey, I'm here to help renovate your house. And the first time I saw this show, I'm not even kidding, I was crying laughing because I'm just like, why twins? Like, why does this need to be twins? So I'm watching John Oliver like a few weeks ago, and it turns out that one of the brothers is circumcised and the other one isn't. And I don't know why, but that just makes the show a million times funnier. Like, they're twin brothers.
Well, there we go. There we go. Okay, so bricklayer jokes. Right. Okay. Jimmy Mac.
99 bricklayers walk into a bar. Half of them are circumcised and the other half aren't. I'm so sorry.
Okay. If you like things to get laid, you may be a bricklayer. Okay, Rob.
Shit. I don't know which. I had it, and I don't remember which joke I was using.
Okay, give a moment. I've got another one. So, 99 bricklayers go into a bar, and one of them, the leader, goes up to the barmaid, says, look, I've never got over us. And she says, look, just let go. Right, Jimmy Mac.
99 bricklayers walk into a bar. The barmaid was really attractive. One of them went up to hit on her, but he came back and said, yeah, she's a little wall-eyed.
Aha. Rob.
999 bricklayers. Oh, shit. I'm fucking it up again. There's a thing in the Haunted Mansion where he killed himself because he bricks himself into a wall. That's how one of the ghosts dies.
999 happy haunts.
Yeah, 999 happy haunt. Room for one more.
But there's always my way out.
Okay, Doctor, I feel like a bricklayer. I'm so nervous to come here, I was completely bricking it. Which is a term we use for shitting yourself. Rob.
If you're always stacking bags of heroin on each other for sale, you might be a bricklayer.
Jimmy Mac.
Doctor, I feel like a bricklayer. Okay, don't shit a brick. That's how we say bricking it.
Ah, it's true. Okay, I've got one. Right, Doctor. I feel like I might be a bricklayer. Well, we're going to do some tests. We'll take some blood, and we'll also need a cement sample. It's kind of messed up the delivery, but you know what I want. Right, anyone else? Rob.
If you killed Luke Perry in Oz, you might be a bricklayer. You would have had to have seen how he died, but
All I know is that he died in real life, right?
yes, he is dead in real life. But in Oz, he was walled in to the.
Okay, right. on that note, let's do one more. Unless you've got another bricklayer thing. So let's see what we've got here. We have fish farmer. Ooh, it says cellist. Is that cellist? Who plays a cello? Is that a cellist?
Yeah.
We're definitely. I don't know. I've got nothing for this. Let's give it a go. Cellist. Right, Jimmy Mack.
Doctor, I feel like a cellist. You know who else feels like a cellist? Yo Ma.
Aha. Right. If you find that you are highly strung, you may be a cellist. Right. Anyone else? Right. Rob.
If you're not all about that bass because you're a stand-up bass, you might be a cellist.
If you find that you can't help but fiddle with yourself, you may be a cellist. Jimmy Mack.
If y'all find yourself in front of a bricklayer's product with a... I just wanted to do the voice.
Me too. Right.
No joke there.
If you just really like to pluck and twang yourself, you may be a cellist. Jimmy Mack. No, Rob. Shit, there's two of you. How could I get that wrong? Right.
Sex with me is like a cellist. I like big things between my legs.
Right, Jimmy Mack.
If you don't always need everything packaged up with a pretty little bow, y'all might be a cellist.
Okay, any more for cellist? Going once. Going twice. If you think this tone of voice is music to your ears, you may be a cellist. Jimmy Mack.
If finding a cello in an orchestra gives you an orgasm, y'all might be a cellist.
Rob.
If you're tired of a bunch of dorks thinking they're funny saying cello to you when they meet you, you might be a cellist.
Okay, and scene. Oh, do you know what? That is fun because of the accent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, if I was even to break it down, I'd say that like it's kind of like the structure of it. You almost say the punchline in the middle because the ending always stays the same.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it doesn't sound like it should work, but it works.
That's I had never thought about it, and that is actually totally crazy.
Yeah, like you know what the punchline is when you're halfway through. Yeah.
Just since we're breaking stuff down, I love that game because of the performance aspect of it. There's also Southern Lawyer. Have you played that one?
No.
Oh, it's. Do you know Southern Lawyer, Rob?
I do not.
Okay, so the suggestion is bricklayer. Your Honor, my client could not have been guilty because he never shat bricks. You know, he's Swedish, he shits Legos, whatever. But there's just the performance aspect of it that I love. In fact, I used to do that with comedy sports. And I would get the note, maybe not so much with the voice. Just tell the joke, you know?
Yeah. So what was that game called, Marty?
Yeah, it's called Marty Gordon.
Right. Do you remember, like, again, it's in Futurama. There is, like, the Southern Lawyer who is, like, literally a chicken. This is such a strange episode tonight. Right, let's do a scene or two, and then audience. Look, I don't know how much mileage we'll get out of, like, just doing, like, we've got three of us. We'll do a couple of games, but let's get some characters, audience. Let's get some characters, and then we will we will move on. Right, so we are going to do some alphabet scenes. So there'll be two of us at a time. One of whom will not be me. Right. No, right. Okay, so there'll be two of us, then we might mix it up. We might do three. Right, so we're going to have Rob and Jimmy Mac. I don't need to roll the dice to figure that out. And you are takeaway delivery people. You are takeaway delivery people. Now I'm going to get another letter of the alphabet from the Extreme Improv suggestion cards, which are available. You can go to extreme.tv and you can buy these both in the UK and the US. Right, so let's get a letter of the alphabet. So you're going to begin at the letter J, and you're going to have 90 seconds to attempt to get back to the letter J. And here you go.
Jerks didn't tip me.
Kids never tip.
Let's just do away with the tipping system already. America is ready for it.
Money, though. How am I going to make money without the tips?
Now listen here, comrade. As soon as we seize the means of production, our worries are over.
Oh, that's right. That's a good idea.
Please, read this communist manifesto.
Quit trying to push your propaganda on me, man.
Ronald Reagan had it wrong. Trotsky had it right.
Superman had it right. I mean, what are you talking about?
That Kryptonian fool. Look, you can't tell an interesting story if you've got no weaknesses.
Upsetting me, you are. Very upset.
Very upset I was going to see Superman 2, where he can just take the badge off of his chest and throw it and trap people.
What would you rather have Superman 2 have done?
X-ray vision.
You know what? I agree. X-ray vision.
Zod had it right. Kal-El had it wrong.
And what about Lois?
Beautiful. But nuts.
Can you pick a favorite Lois throughout all the Superman media?
Duh, it's Lana Lang.
Enough with the fake ones. I meant the actresses who played them.
Fake? Who played Lana Lang on Smallville? She was pretty hot.
Great. Now I'm going to get a migraine trying to remember an actress's name.
Hawaiian, I think.
I know the Lois and Clark was real and spectacular.
Just in time.
And that is time. Well done, well done. Like Kristen Kriak or something like that, her name.
Chris,
Yes.
That's it.
Oh, God bless her.
Right. So anyway, let's do another one. I've lost my dice. So it's going to be myself, obviously, and it will be with Rob. So myself and Rob, and let's see what this is going to be about. We are alpaca farmers. We are alpaca farmers. This time we're going to do a reverse alphabet scene. So the alphabet will go backwards. Just to spice things up here. We're going to begin at the letter S, and we're going to move backwards until we get back to the letter S. So here I spotlight Rob, here I spotlight me, and here we go.
Save the alpacas! Save the alpacas!
Rob, really? These alpacas, we're just taking their fur. We're like shaving their wool. That's it.
Quinn Mallory, the alpacas are vital to every world we go to.
Please, Professor, we need to just concentrate on saving ourselves and getting back home.
Oh, what do we want to go home for?
November is when I was having my bladder seen to, and if we're not back there, they won't honour my insurance.
May is when I was having that problem myself.
Listen, this timer device is going to go off in 36 seconds.
Kick it in. Let's get this going.
Just a moment, Professor. If you know how to work this, you take it.
I'm the professor from a different Earth that was replaced with the other professor. I don't know how to work that thing.
Hello, wait a minute. So you're a duplicate and you took his place?
Great guess. Yes. I am a duplicate.
Fine, then where is Wade?
Enemies put her on like a colony because of the way she left the show. She's getting raped every 2 seconds. It's pretty bad.
Don't say that to me. She was like totally my love interest until Maggie turned up.
Can you just picture Maggie when she was on remote control?
Brilliant. I've got that image like seared into my mind now.
And both these games have delved into geeky TV shows. Did you realize that?
Zippity doo dah! Wear a Geek Battle shirt, live a Geek Battle life. That's what I say.
You do wear that shirt well.
Extremely well.
Wade Wells would have liked it.
Violent Earth. This is like the red and light. The red and green lights are inverted.
Undeterred from discovering what this Earth has, I am.
Timer has gone bust. We're going to be here for another 27 years.
Shit! This world sucks!
Where did we start?
Yes.
Hey, we made it. Right, well done. I so could have got...
So
Yeah.
I love the show Sliders, but like, so the first episode, they're like, okay, we're in this alternate universe. Oh, red lights mean go, and green lights mean stop. And then in every single other episode, they were in a fascist dictatorship where one of them happens to be the person in charge.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was the
Sliders was
craziest
fantastic.
show.
It had to have been the most fun show to write for. I mean, so much freedom, and then they just totally fucked it. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
then
like
the Sci-Fi Channel.
the
Sci-Fi
first
Channel
two
just had no
seasons.
budget.
The first two seasons were literally like, there's a virus, it kills all the men, or like the Russians won the war, or like something like this. And then the next season, it was suddenly like, there are tornadoes with emotions.
Yeah. And then
Literally,
once-
that was the storyline.
When Fox canceled it and went to the Sci-Fi Channel, where they had zero budget, everything took place in the hotel. It was all the Cro-Mags, and they ruined everything.
Well, do you know what? I liked the idea, like, they did that first one with the Cro-Mags being like, oh, there's these other forms of human. And then when they brought them back, like, a season and a half later, and it's like, oh my god, they weren't in every episode, but every 3 or 4 episodes, Cro-Mags would turn up. And then there was, like, the final season, and I think there were 3 episodes with Cro-Mags in. And the only guy that was from the original was Rembrandt Brown.
Cleveland Derricks.
Yeah.
Cleveland Derricks.
And, like, every episode was boring as hell.
Yeah, the last season was trash. I mean, Jerry O'Connell, who, a really, really, really nice guy, but he did a power trip back then, and then his brother can't act at all. But
yeah, but that's why they had him basically play like a well, I don't know, no, I won't say it because it might be inappropriate. But they had him play like a simpleton.
Simple, yeah, because he couldn't act, so they had to do something with that. But yeah, oh god, the show had so much promise, and then it just went so downhill.
Yeah. Should bring
You know
it
what's
back.
fun though? Jerry O'Connell is an improv guy. One of my friends took classes with him at the UCB out here in LA.
Wow.
He's really, really, really nice guy. I've never heard anything bad about him, but he was a kid back then and did some things he probably regrets, but a really nice guy.
Well, on that note, things that we really regret. Let's do one more scene. Jimmy Mac and myself. We're going to do what kind of alphabet scene should we do? Do you know the NATO phonetic alphabet?
Not
No.
at all.
Oh, okay, we won't do that then. Right.
Like I know some. Like I definitely couldn't go in order. I would just do whatever popped in my head, and I'd be able to.
Okay, let's do a random alphabet scene. So we have to use all the letters, but in a random order. Rob, you can adjudicate. Right. So, you don't have to write it down, but you can if you want. Right.
I'll do it real quick.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So there we see Jimmy Mac. Here we see me. We are. Carpet technician. That is like a. Okay, we're carpet technicians.
Carpet technician.
Yeah, but feel free to think of a TV show and make it about that. So we're carpet technicians. We have to go through the alphabet without using the same letter to start twice, and we're also not allowed to do any sequential patterns. So we're not allowed to go A, B, C, or C, B, A. Okay, and here we go.
That lady really took it the wrong way when I said fancy a shag.
Carpet. Always use the term carpet, because that way they won't think it means bedoink bedoink.
In the 70s, shagging was very popular.
Under what conditions is it appropriate to say to your boss about shagging being popular?
Posh people, you're like, hey, you know.
Yuri, you're going to be fired unless you sort out this woman with a shag.
Ziggy, get me out of this crazy parallel universe.
Wait, was Yuri? Is that why?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
YZ?
Right?
yeah.
Just
You're not allowed
just
to.
put YZ.
Oh, and that scene.
Oh!
That scene. Right, I'll be honest, that may be the first time I've ever done that game on Xstreamed. So, wow, that was something. Right, okay, so now then, audience, give us some suggestions of well-known characters from fiction or people from history. We're going to begin to wrap things up here. We'll do an extreme monologue to decide it, because otherwise we'll just do one thing to a vote. So let's have a look. So who will go first?
I don't blame Jerry O'Connell with what sci-fi did to the show. He probably just wanted to leave anyway, but that's not that there. So, yeah.
Did he do anything good after that, though?
Oh, Crossing Jordan. He's been on a lot of stuff.
Okay.
He had a Defender show, which is where I know him. With James Belushi.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Jimmy Mack.
He's married to Rebecca Romaine, so something good there.
I can't remember who that is. Where would I know her from?
She's a
played
supermodel. She was in Femme Fatale, Las Vegas. You definitely recognize her. She's in the X-Men. She's the blue girl.
What? He's married to the blue
in
girl.
The first 3 movies.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. Right,
And she
okay.
played the bearded woman in Dirty Work.
I thought you were going to say in The Greatest Showman, and I was like, what the hell happened to her? If she went from Mystique in the X-Men to the bearded lady in The Greatest Showman. Right, okay. No, good. Right, so Jimmy Mack, you will get to start. You are the Kardashians taking part in a political debate. You are the Kardashians taking part in a political debate. And let's find the timer. You're not allowed to repeat any words. You're not allowed to hesitate. And here you go.
Like, oh my God, when the worker sees the means of production, all will rise. Trotsky had it right. Superman, wrong. Throw badge, imprisonment? I don't think so. Communism is king. Capitalism, no thanks. Money distributed evenly amongst laborers, bricklayers, shag carpenters, zookeepers, waterworld enthusiasts, filmmakers, risk takers. Hey baby, won't you take a risk on me? Heartbreakers.
Freeze. What's the challenge?
Risk.
Ah. Okay, yes, well done. 56 seconds, 0.07 is the time to beat. Okay, let's see. Rob, you will go next. Could you please be for us Gollum trying to get a job at Fishmongers? There's a cat. Right.
Yeah, this is Ned. I usually lock him up, but I've been experimenting, letting him run free during shows.
Okay, that's cool.
Just let him be the bad guy in the Smurfs.
Yeah, Gargamel.
No, not Smurfs.
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, Inspector Gadget. That guy,
Yes.
Inspector Gadget.
Next time, Gadget.
Right, okay. Did we ever see his face, ever?
I don't think so. That's like it's not.
There's an action figure.
Yes. And the experiment failed.
Yep.
Right, okay.
Next time, Ned.
Yes, I remember that there was an action figure. Yes, that is true. Right, so, Rob, could you please be Gollum trying to get a job in a fishmonger's? So you're selling fish, and here you go.
Gollum want fish. need job, hungry, sword, cat, halibut, flounder, so many different kinds. Eat precious food for me. Toss, catch, throw, hug, tartar sauce, good. Fired? For what? You didn't even hire me yet. Just take my ring, please. Yeah.
Oh, hesitation. Oh, 59.32 seconds. 59.32 seconds. Excellent stuff there, Rob. So, with this, it is my turn. Can you guys suggest a character for me?
You're Captain Crunch, and you're being court-martialed.
Okay, I'm Captain Crunch. I'm being court-martialed, and here I go. What? Yeah! Court-martialed? Me? Captain Crunch? Never. Outrage! Outrageous! Outrageously thinking about stuff. Nature. Cereal. Mmm, tasty. Frosted Flakes. Frosties. Tony. Tiger. Great. Snap. Crackle. Pop. Peers. Jury. Not trial. What? Hey. Before breakfast, consider obligations. Toast. Marmite. There, I'm done. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! So with that, Rob, you take it. You're tonight's Extreme Improv Xstreamed champion.
What a monologue. What?
What? Right.
What?
Okay. Excellent stuff. So, Rob, you are tonight's champion. We're going to find out where we can find everyone on social media. We're going to have another show tomorrow night, y'all. But first of all, Jimmy Mac, where can the people find you?
I have nothing to promote, David, so I'll leave you with this. I enjoy these informal chats.
Okay, yes. Excellent. So do I, in fact. So do I. Right. For me, my name is David Pistansky. You can find me with Jimmy Mac on the screen currently. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Pistansky, spelt Pustansky. And you can also get a copy of the Extreme Improv Ultimate Guide to Creating Virtual Theatre, which is a brand new book which I have literally released today. And it explains how to do all of the shows exactly like the one you're watching, and so many more. You can learn how to create any kind of virtual theatre with this. And it gives step-by-step guides for all of the major programs like Zoom, OBS, Twitch Studio, XSplits, Skype, all kinds of stuff. Check it out. It's got tips for actors for how to perform in virtual theatre. It's got says how to run it from a tech perspective. It says about how to avoid copyright issues, the lot. Right, so with this, where can we find you, Rob?
Well, you can find me tomorrow getting extremed, and talk to me on Twitter at KirbySoze3. And whoever suggested this fish who saved Pittsburgh like a year ago, you still haven't friended me on Twitter. Let me know that was you. That was still the best suggestion ever. And tonight I'm hosting the Second City Wham Bam Improv Jam, 5 o'clock Pacific.
Okay, awesome. I may try to come along to that. So, with that, audience, last thing I'll say, I kind of just did a plug, but I'll just do one more quick one. Check out the YouTube channel, Extreamed YouTube channel at youtube.com/Extreme Improv, or the Extreme Improv Facebook page, because just before the show tonight I dropped a video where I made a bunch of announcements, including the return of the Extreme Improv Xstreamed World Championship, which will be next month, a live on stage Extreme Improv UK Championship, which is a one-night championship affair, that you can get the suggestion cards, and of course that you can get the